Sibile, I love this story. More awareness. Right up my alley. What do you got?
Dean is a homeless man who spent months living on the streets of New York inside a dumpster on Wooster Street in SoHo. The police removed the dumpster house, and ever since, Dean has been fighting to get it back. I caught up with Dean on the street where his dumpster house used to be. Dean was given this house by two models, Phil and Shane. They had very successful modeling careers, but they decided that they wanted to give back to the community. So what they did was they spent 4 days on the streets of New York with minimal clothing, living as homeless people.
It was pretty extreme. The conditions were rough. We'd slept outside.
Couldn't you have picked a warmer day?
I mean, the whole thing was, this was something we planned. We told, our work status, we told our families, these are the days we choose. We couldn't predict the weather.
We spooned. It was like
100%.
Little spoon,
okay,
big spoon,
little spoon, big spoon.
5 minutes, I was like,
at this point, it all goes.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
While they were on the streets, they met Dean, a homeless man, who gave them a couple tips on how to survive, meaning more layers, where the closest Starbucks is, and how to arrange their cardboard boxes so that they might make it to the next day.
The point was that he was like kind enough to two strangers to show us where to sleep, how to sleep, and give us blankets and food. And so from that point on, we decided we wanted to pay it forward.
Phil and Shane never forgot Dean. After their experiment, they built him a dumpster house that he could live in on the streets of New York.
I thought, wow, this is amazing. This is almost like a house. This is better than cardboard boxes, which, it's not going to get wet. It's not going to be destroyed in the rain, and it does a lot for you, for anybody that's on the streets.
Dean absolutely loved it, but the NYPD did not.
Without warning, they just came. Poof, it was disappear. I'm thinking somebody stole it.
Then Phil and Shane had to fight for it. They got it back. Dean put it back on the streets, and the NYPD removed it again.
For what? Blocking the public way? Or do we know what?
I asked for more detail. That's all they gave me.
Where's the dumpster house?
Well, the police removed it, so we assume it's in NYPD custody, and Shane is trying to fight to get it back for Dean.
Is it a publicity stunt for the models? Is their career not going well?
No, their modeling careers are over now. They've moved on.
Why are we hating on them for trying to help one man? It's not their job to take care of the entire homeless population in New York City. They wanted to help this one guy. Instead, we should be talking about how de Blasio's instead putting $750 million into hotels to solve the problem.
It's easy for everybody else here to judge, but for Dean, the person who actually lived in the dumpster house and who's actually homeless, he said that it made a huge difference for him. And now Shane and Phil are actually trying to raise money for him through a GoFundMe page, GoFundMe / I am supported, because they're trying to raise $50,000 to help Dean get off the streets and on his feet.
Well, I'm struck by the fact that the homeless need to know where the Starbucks is.